professionals and head to confessional. And once I'm in the booth, I feel real congressional. Welcome to the episode. Please like and subscribe. Don't drink and drive when you can smoke and fly. Soaring so high into the night sky, reaching for the stars, but they landed on a moon pie.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to Awkward Intelligence. I'm Intox along with
BDot, baby. Bomb droppers.
Let's just give them one right off the bat.
Yeah,
65. Yeah, 65.
What's that?
11.
11. 1-1.
1-1. Come on. Come on.
What it say?
Can't
we
be
won.
better than that.
We won.
Each one teach one.
Ah.
There's another one.
Ah.
See? And another one.
Damn. We banging today. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Another one.
Welcome everyone. I hope you've enjoyed the journey.
Yeah, what's up, man? What's up?
Yeah, sometimes,
Appreciate it.
Lately I've talked to a couple people, and just random general stuff, and then they'll be like, hey, how's the show going, And I'll be like, episode 64, 65, where we're at the like lately, and then they were like, holy shit. And I'm like, yeah, man.
Yeah.
And then they'd be like, how? I'm like, over a year been doing this shit.
Right.
Putting this shit together. So yeah, man, shout out.
Yes, sir.
Shout out to all the support.
Yep.
And everybody out there. And it's just growing. It's getting, you know what I mean? It's like I tell people, if you, like we've said before, the information, a lot of the information we're giving y'all, a lot of the things we're pointing y'all to, you're not hearing it anywhere else. Not on the news, not in your mainstream C-SPANs and CNNs and MSNs and all those different things. They're not talking about the stuff we're talking about per se, on the level we're talking about it. You know what I mean? And like I
they just tell you the basics, what they want you to hear.
Right, and the reason I know this is because even the people around me in my own circle sometimes, I'll say, hey, did you hear about this? And they'll be like, no. And then I'm like, so it's not in the news enough.
Right.
For people to hear it.
Right.
Doesn't mean it didn't happen, but that's how it acts. Because if you don't know about it, technically it didn't happen. You know what I mean? And I think it's just because of the information coming so fast, just moving so fast nowadays. You know what I mean? It's all just showing up now, And so, I heard someone say it the other day. They said, the reason you call normal people or people who don't know yet sheep, people who are still caught in the illusion. The reason you call them sheep is because they get spoon-fed by whatever's feeding them. You know what I mean? And the reason we call ourselves wolves, per se, is because we go out and hunt the information. Right. We research, we hunt. We don't let people spoon-feed us no more. You know what I mean? Right. That's the difference. That's all it is. And you can be one, too.
And if you don't see that by now, you have to go get it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and it's not going to be fed to you.
Ain't nobody going to give it to you.
It's not going to be fed to you. You got to go search a little bit.
Right.
And the thing is the reason why we say what we're saying is because we're doing the research. You know what I mean? And then what's happening is, what we've said before is we're regurgitating that information over this hour-and-a-half podcast of all the shit I just learned 7 days ago.
Right.
From the last episode. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how we're doing it, per se. Because we walk in here every time and we go, what the fuck are we going to talk about? You know what I'm saying? Like, you got anything? I got anything? You know what I mean? But what do we do? But what do? We just get on here. Right. And the information, knowledge, smarts, technique, whatever you want to call it, knowledge, we put it back out to y'all as best as we can. And then what y'all should be doing out there, if you're following along, is then doing the little basic research to see, are we talking about real stuff? Is it really happening? What's going on out there?
Would it pop up? Yeah.
Did it pop up? Right. Maybe, like we said, what if something in the movie you watched that night talks about something we talked about? It's talking to you. It's giving you a message. Somewhere in there's a message you need to hear. You know what I mean? And that's why it's coming at you like that. And then you'll start to see the signs. You'll start to see the numbers. You'll start to see things happening. And the thing is they were always happening. You just weren't paying attention until something sparked you into those ideas and got you out of the illusion we've all been under. You know what I mean?
Right.
Get out of that illusion so you're not trapped in the illusion like a zombie.
So you feel like
You know what I mean?
People got to be hit.
There's something that will trigger them. There's something that will trigger them, and it could be anything. It could be something that you don't even think significant.
Right.
But to them, it clicks. And that's what everybody's gone through at some point. Something clicked, and all of a sudden it was like, oh, I need to know more about that. That's what happened for me. And then I just started researching, looking, checking, cross-referencing and doing things and reading books and looking up websites and watching 6-hour videos that, I talked about, you know what I mean? And I've done that most of my life, though. I've never stopped learning.
Right,
I've always been trying to learn things and look at new things and read new books and whatever, you know what I mean, learn stuff. And so I've always done that. But when we got to a point where the information was undeniable, see, like 10 years ago, we weren't talking like this because the information was not undeniable. The information was iffy. Some of it was disinformation. A lot of it still is disinformation, but that's why you got to go look it up.
Right.
You don't pay attention. But the idea was like, so it was hard to talk to people because there was nothing you could tell them to go look up. You know what I mean? You're like, I saw it on a documentary, and then I looked up one thing.
You ain't see it, you ain't see
but
it.
if you didn't see it right, then it doesn't
Right.
make sense to you, and whatever. So yeah, it was hard to share the information back then.
Yeah. I hear you. You know what I'm saying? Now we got social media.
Right. So because of social media, and because they've weaponized social media against us, we understand that.
Right.
But what they didn't realize was that we could weaponize it against them, and that's what we're doing now.
Bomb droppers.
We are the digital soldiers of this spiritual war, and the idea of what we're doing is we're using our social media platforms and all the things like that we can use, and we're pushing information that has never been pushed like this before. You know what I mean? For the good of the people, not for some candidate, not for some, you know what I mean? Not for some company, not for, yeah, you have that. You know what I mean? You have people out there who are working still. They're marketing. They're doing things. Social media is good for that too. I understand that. You got to sell products. We all got to sell products. What do you think we're on the internet doing? You know what I mean? We're all doing some form of that. So all that's not evil. But when it's used against you and weaponized, then it becomes evil. And that's where it has become.
Bomb droppers.
So we gotta take that. What we're doing right now is we're taking all that back. So that we're the people who are in control of it. And we don't give our control to everyone else. And then we wonder why we're oppressed, and we wonder why we don't have enough and they have everything, because we gave our power away.
Yeah.
In a lot of ways.
And basically,
we're taking
that's
it back.
what we do. You know what I'm saying? Like, motherfuckers want to look fresh. That's giving back.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But you can look fresh in your own gear.
Right.
You don't have to look fresh in their gear, but we're learning that.
That's crazy.
Kanye showed us that.
I be looking at other people, how they dress. Like white people, Chinese, Indians and shit. Like, some of them just don't care. Some of them just doing whatever.
And everyone has a different style. It's crazy how everyone just has a different style. But we all look at each other, like we've talked about before. We look at our outer appearances, and somehow you know something about me by the way I dress.
Right.
You've assumed things about me already or whatever. You know what I mean? And we all do it. That's how I said everybody dresses different. They all have their different ways, and sometimes you can tell. Hey, that's this person is most likely this kind of way because of the way they're dressed. But that's also you got to think about like when we're playing video games, and then everybody's in there dressed with their different characters. But some people cling to certain characters and become those characters per se in the game. You know what I mean? And then you might be like, oh, you're one of them dudes. You see what I'm saying? It kind of similar works the same way where you're going to have stereotypes. There's nothing wrong with stereotypes.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because that gives you a gauge of where to start with this person. You start to, you understand their culture a little bit to go, oh, you're probably most likely this. But I'm going to talk to you and we'll figure it out. You know what I mean? Maybe you're not.
Right.
But but like they say, if you look, if you quack like a duck, if you walk like a duck, most likely use a duck. You know what I mean? So there's nothing wrong with stereotypes. It's when you start to use that as your gauge of who people are. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? That's the weaponization of it. That's when you turn it into something wrong. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with going, hey, this culture over here does this. You know, and that's their culture. That's who they are. But that's, it's not a stereotype, but that's something people want to look at like, well, now you're just stereotyping them because that's what they do. That's part of their culture. It's what they do. It's who they are.
Right.
In general, of course you're going to have people who do different shit. There's cultures all over the world that live together and do different things together. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? How do you think America came together? How many cultures have mixed there in the Americas alone? You know what I mean? So many cultures are mixed. We've learned about so many different things. Pizzas and spaghettis and tacos and, you know what I mean? All our foods come from all these different cultures and then have become Americanized. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Fact. Shit, like the seafood boil.
Right.
That wasn't
that was probably a cultural thing.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then it just caught on and moved around the world and, moved around the States and became a thing.
When everybody on that shit.
Mm-hmm. It's like a new thing right now, everybody on the boil.
Right.
I'm with you. They're good.
Shit.
They're good. But sometimes they're really expensive. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy. I seen them, but me personally, I never had one myself.
A boil? Mm-hmm. You haven't had one boil?
No, I never had one.
Would you like one?
No, I don't.
Not into it? You're not
I'm not.
You're not a seafood person?
Nah.
Really?
Nah.
Yeah, me neither.
I mean,
I'm not either.
I could eat a few shrimps.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But after a while, it starts to taste like the ocean and shit.
Right.
Nah.
I'm not into it. I got you. Everybody's different. Mm-hmm. And that's what I'm saying. I'm with you. I'm not a big seafood. I mean, I'll do it if we're doing that.
Right.
I'll indulge. But I'm not, like you're saying, I'm not like, hey man, you want to go do a boil next week or something, or this weekend?
Right.
Or, you know what I mean? I'm not going to invite nobody there. But if someone invites me, I'll go see what's up. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's nothing I would think about. I'm not that kind of person either.
Right. And people going crazy for that shit. Seafood boil.
It's like a new thing right now. Like you're saying, everybody's wilding for it.
Shit hot.
It's the new kid on the block. And they're everywhere. Over here, you notice around here?
Like Popeye's chicken.
Yeah, like in this area where we're at right here with the studio, there's like two of them like within walking distance from here. It's like a Crab Town or Crab Shack or something, or Crab something right here on the corner. And then there's another one. You're like, man, they're everywhere now.
Damn, that's crazy.
They're fucking popping up. They're popping up, man. And that's over the last couple of years.
So that place was just a crab.
It was nothing.
Spot.
It was back in the day. It was like a club.
Oh, okay.
And then it shut down for a while, and then someone opened it back up as a restaurant and some other shit. You know what I mean? So it's gone through some changes over the last 5-10 years. But yeah,
shit.
But they're popping up. That's what I'm saying.
They know they see what we like. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean, what people like, so now they start opening up.
Pop up. That's what they say, right? Find a need, fill it.
Bomb droppers.
Find a need, fill it. Done.
For real.
That's where we're at.
Yeah. So that's crazy. So if you've been watching us for a while, we've been talking about, you just got it started. Some people have been talking about, they want to do a podcast and all this and all that.
A bunch of people have told me the same.
Or write a book, whatever you got to do.
Right.
If you ain't started yet.
What's stopping you?
Right.
Why?
You don't want to do this shit.
Yeah. What's stopping you at this point?
You playing. You don't want to do this shit.
Yeah. Watch one last episode on Netflix and spend that time doing a craft or something. You know what I mean? Doing the thing you love, doing something you like, reading, like you said, reading an extra book, writing a book, writing a movie. You know what I mean? Doing other things that doing some outside stuff. Maybe you start, growing a garden if that's what you want to do. Whatever. We haven't talked about that in a while. Right. That's a good call. Boom. We're talking about all this other shit of, sometimes it sounds gloom and doom. Yeah. So, that's what. We did an episode probably 5 episodes ago or something like that. That was called "Do Something Better for Yourself." Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So boom, that's right there on that.
Bomb droppers.
Improve yourself somehow. You know what I mean? Like, just think about, like we've talked about, even if it's like foods, you know, like you're saying, take a food out. You decide, hey, I don't want to eat this no more. I'm gonna cut that out of my diet and see how that does. Boom, pick one thing, go for it, work on that. You know, everything. Your mental. You know what I mean? If you got some stuff, you know, that you're still worried about some things, past relationships, you know, whatever, you know, childhood stuff. Talk to somebody about it. Find someone you can talk to and just chat about it and get some ideas and think about it and work it. You know, just go, yeah, you know what? I was young. I didn't fucking know what I was doing, man. You know, fuck. You know, I can't hold that against myself at this point. You know, or whatever it is. Start working on yourself. Do something.
Right.
Even doing, like I said, art, doing your craft, writing something. We'll start to pull that out of you. You'll be like, damn, man. Now I'm getting it.
Right.
You know, now it's making sense to me. And,
you gotta free yourself, man. You gotta find yourself for real. That's what it is. You gotta find yourself.
Yeah. And it could be anything. It could be anything. You know, it's just what do you like to do? You know, it's like, I think we talked about this one time a while back. I don't remember what episode, probably episodes ago, but it was think about a time in your childhood where you felt really, really, really happy. And then think about what you were doing around those times. And then see if that's something that sparks it back in you of what makes you happy.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's another way. That's a little exercise you could try.
Yeah.
And just think about
what
it.
you was doing
that you were having
kid.
so much fun and you're like, this is what I want to, you know what I mean?
That's me.
Yeah. That might help some people. Not
know,
everybody.
You could have been
but that might help somebody.
the best flipper around.
Right.
You know what I mean? You could be a gymnast.
Correct.
Don't know.
Right. Yeah.
Got to do this shit.
And then here's the thing. Not all the time it's an activity per se. So everybody wants to act like, you know, oh, well, I'm just not good at anything. It's not always an activity per se. Remember what we talked about a couple episodes ago where we said those people who are studying all them stats and remembering all them stats,
Right.
they could use that in other ways. So something that you might have been happy doing as a kid might have been, you know, messing with certain things or talking about certain things, and then you'll go, oh, I'm supposed to be using my superpower for this. They've tricked me into doing it with this. You see what I'm saying? So that's where you're at too, is you're just not in your right path on that part, you know? And so that's the part you got to work on.
Right.
That's the part you got to be cognitive of so that you can go, okay, now I know what I'm supposed to be doing.
Bomb droppers. There it is.
Just a couple of tips to try, you know what I mean? And then go from there, you know? If you need to, you know, read a self-help book, read a self-help book. Builds your confidence up. Some of us just need a little bit of a confidence boost, and we're back. You know what I mean?
Need a little push.
Yeah,
That's
just that
all.
extra little push sometimes.
That's all. That's what they gotta say. You know what I mean? Watch who you around. You know, keep good company around you. You know, people who moving, successful and shit.
Because that brings me to something, right? So what I've been watching lately.
What's that?
The last couple of days I've been watching. It's a constitutional rights type YouTube channel. It's called Delete Laws. Delete Laws with a Z. Laws with a Z.
Okay.
Delete Laws altogether. If you look that up on YouTube, you'll be able to find. I'll pop it up on the screen on that shit too.
For you visual.
For you visual folks. For you visual folks. But what he does is he was a constitutional scholar. He studied the Constitution, and that's what he did as a job. So he was, you know what I mean. So like he was like, I don't know if he was like a lawyer per se, but he was like a scholar where he studied the Constitution, and he was about upholding the laws and all that stuff, right? And then he went through his own situation. I don't know that much of the background of this story part of it, but he went through a situation where the cops roughed him up, put him in handcuffs, threw him in the back of the car, you know, tossed him in a cell, put him, you know, did all these weird things to him, right? You know, stuff that a normal person shouldn't go through. No person should go through that. You know what I mean?
I agree.
But let alone maybe, like I said, I don't know the story behind it. He beat the charges. I know that. So whatever they tried to get him for, he beat those charges. And so he also sued him for roughing him up and doing all that shit to him, right? And so because he knew his rights and his laws through the Constitution and all the things, now he goes around with videos to different, police stations and stuff and just berates the shit out of them because he's in public, he has freedom of speech, and he can say whatever. And police are not the feeling police. You know what I mean? So I can walk, because here's the thing, I can walk up to you with freedom of speech, right? And say, you're a piece of shit. I don't like you. Now you can get mad and want to fight me now, but then that turns into assault and battery, right? But I have the freedom of speech to say that to you. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So the police, by being public servants, right? They work for us. You can walk up to him and say, I don't like you. And he can't arrest you because you don't like him. I don't like you. I think you're a piece of shit. Fuck you. He can't arrest you for that. That's freedom of speech in a public space.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so that's the kind of stuff. It's so like I'm watching these videos and it's helping me build my confidence. Not that I can go at somebody,
right? But
it's building my confidence knowing that there's laws and rules that govern us that we didn't understand. We don't understand it. But if you at least have the basic understanding of it, you can understand and know when you're being pushed around. That's really what, you know what I mean? It's not about trying to
bomb droppers.
Yeah, it's not about me trying to be like, oh, now I'm going to go out there and just shit on everybody. It's like, no, that's not what it's about. But I have to understand these ideas, it doesn't. I'm
just that you know and shit, just that you know. You know what I mean? Just in case you get into a situation like that.
Correct.
You know how to get out of it.
I have a little bit of information to at least, be able to talk to a lawyer and say, hey, here's the deal. And then he can go, oh, you're right. Boom.
Right.
Got it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
Talk their language.
But if you don't know what they got going on, how do you know how to combat it, right?
Right.
You got to know how to combat it. And the only way to do that is to actually get an education. And that's what part of that is. And so, interesting. And what I liked about him, and the reason I'm talking about this guy, is because he doesn't get nasty. He doesn't get real crazy and nasty. He doesn't try to provoke anybody. He's real polite, and everything like that. But he has a just cause. He's not out there to just make trouble. He's suing these people. He has videos where he's serving these people with papers and I'm suing you. You are being sued for violating people's laws and violating their shit. And it's not specifically like one person. It could be that he finds out that this police station has been doing something that is unconstitutional. So then he just serves them with papers and I'm like, I'm suing you because this policy that you have is unconstitutional and you've been infringing on everybody's rights in this town. And he goes after everyone. He's gotten he's gotten people fired. He's gotten people have to resign. He's doing, and he's going around the country doing this, like everywhere. And he's like, they're
That's
not going to
crazy
take
you
advantage
said
of
that.
us anymore.
Cause I seen a video like that. I believe. All right, so this dude was sitting by like a fence or whatever, but he was filming this shit.
Yep.
And the cops seen him across the street. They was like, "So you can't do that. You can't do that."
And he's like, I'm on a public place.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
I can film
It
anything.
might be the same guy.
Yeah. There's a
That's
lot of them like
crazy.
that. There's a lot of them out there.
Okay.
Yeah, he's not one of the only ones.
Wow.
There's a lot of them out there. But a lot of them are called First Amendment auditors, or they're called like sovereign citizens. He's none of those.
I seen that
He's
one
none
day.
of those.
That's crazy.
He's just a guy who's about the rules.
Right.
And he's like, if we have to play by the rules, they've got to play by the rules. And so that's what his mission is. And that's why I liked his idea enough to share it with the people. You know what I mean?
You felt that.
Because I was like,
It's real.
Yeah, because you know what I mean? Like, we can share a lot of things, and sometimes, it's like I don't agree with everything, but I agree with things they say. You know what I mean? So we share some of that, and I share those ideas, but sometimes we'll highlight people because I like his cause. I like his idea that he is about everybody. Not only it's like, if we got to follow the rules, then you got to follow the rules. Because we always talk about it. Who's policing them?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, if they're policing us, who's policing them? So he's one of the guys who's policing them. And that's cool. I like that idea. Which also tells me if he's out there, that means there's more of them.
There's
out
more,
there.
yeah.
So.
Bomb droppers.
something to look forward to.
Yeah.
There's always, like I said, there's always people fighting for us. You know what I mean? Like there's always somebody out there who knows how to do something to help. So that's, that might be part of what you need to do too. Some of y'all out there, you're not meant to do it by yourself. You know what I mean? You're not meant to do it by yourself. God didn't put us here for us to do things by ourselves.
Right.
He put us here to work together. So some of y'all out there just need to cling on to your ideas and find people you can work with and start working. Maybe that's what y'all need to do. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's not always a craft. It's not always an idea. It's not always a podcast. It could be that you just need to get behind that movement and help it and move it. Spread the word.
Yeah.
Spread love. You know what I mean? And spread it.
Yes,
and
sir.
that way, that's your part. That's your purpose, is to echo it. You're the echo gang. You know what I'm saying? That's what y'all are out there doing, and that's what I'm doing. I'm part of the echo gang too. We're part of the echo gang. You know what I mean?
Same.
Where are you going to get the news if you don't get it from nowhere?
Same.
You got to get it from somewhere, and then fact check it. You know what I mean? Like I said, not everything we're saying is 100% true. I don't know it. I don't claim to know it.
Right.
But I'm pointing you in directions and things that you should know about.
Yeah, man. This world is definitely changing. Shit.
So yeah, delete laws if you want to check it out.
Delete.
Yeah, delete laws if you want to check it out. Watch a couple YouTube videos and just kind of see what it's about. It's cool. He's a rambler. He's one of them dudes that rambles too. Because he talks to the camera, talks to the camera, talks to the people, and then he'll
That's crazy.
he'll film shit and talk about it and talk shit to him and stuff. It's crazy.
Yep.
Yeah.
I definitely seen one of those episodes. One of them dudes doing that. Said, "Damn."
Yeah.
He said, "So I can film right here. Where does it say I can't film right here?"
Right. Show me the law.
Right.
That's what he says. Show me the law.
Right. He said, "Show me where it's at."
Can't show it to me?
Show me.
Doesn't exist.
I was like, "Damn."
There you getting them, right? He had one the other day I saw where he said he wrote, the cop rolls up, right? And he's like, look at you. He goes, look at you rolling up over here. He goes, look how you're dressed. He's like, you got a gun and a taser and your sunglasses. And he's like, you're dressed like a tyrant. He goes, look at me. I'm in a t-shirt and shorts. He's like, who looks more scary right here? Who looks more scary? And he's like, this is disgusting. He's like, you know what? He goes, you're a drone. You just take orders. You're a drone. That's who you are.
Oh shit.
And he's like, we say he goes, because if you had any other skills, you'd be doing that. and then he goes, if you had any other skills, you'd be doing that. And I'm like, this dude is killing him. And the dude's, and he's like, well, go ahead, tell him what other skills do you have? And he's like holding the camera on him, and he's going to tell us what skills he's got. Oh, you don't want to talk? He's like, you don't want to talk? Okay. He's like, well, told you, he doesn't have any skills, so he can't talk about it.
Damn.
So I'm just like killing him, and he's like, this is the line of work that you want to do. You like torturing people. You like treating people bad. You go to sleep at night knowing you're hurting people. He's like, that's the job you want to do.
That's wild, bro.
He's like, but he goes, but if that's not the job you're doing, he's like, you can talk to the camera and just tell him. But see, he's not denying it.
Couldn't say
He's
nothing.
like, he's not denying it. You know what I mean?
Couldn't say nothing.
And so he's like, you know what I mean? It's like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, these are the people that are supposed to be the authorities over us in our jurisdictions. And you know what I mean? That's what I like, the way he's exposing it, is that most of them don't even know the law, because he's quoting law to them at the same time. You know about, Houston versus da-da-da. Says da-da-da. What do you know about? Just quote it to me. Tell my followers what it is. See, you don't even know it. He's like, you're out here trying to enforce something and you don't even know the rules. He's like, you don't even know it. He goes, but you're the guy dressed in the uniform getting paid.
That's crazy.
Yeah, he'll say all kinds of shit like that. You know what I mean? And it's freedom of speech. He's on public.
Wow.
He's on public. He's on the sidewalk, and they're right there. And he's like, I'm on a public place, and I'm using free speech. He's like, there's nothing you can do to me. And he goes, and if you do, you'll get sued. He goes, I will sue you. I've done it. He just tell him. Like, he just bullies the shit out of him.
Yeah,
and it's hilarious.
Hey, don't bother me, man. I'm telling you. Don't mess with me.
Yeah. And so it's like, I watch stuff like that, and like I said, it helps build my confidence too of wait a minute. You know what I mean? Like, there's rules and like if I don't know that though, then I'm oblivious to it. And you can push me around. But at least if I understand, I could be like, I have something to stand on and go, okay, here's what I'm saying. You know, I'm not just going, I'm not moving. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm going, constitutional right for me to stand here in this public place. You cannot remove me from here unless I'm committing a crime. That's all you got to say. And they can, okay, you know what? I mean, they can't, you know what I mean? Yes, they can still rough you up. But if you're filming it, you know what I mean?
Right.
You got that on camera. Now you've got a case. See what I'm saying? That's the idea. What he says is, this is your new friend. Film all your interactions with police at all times, because they're getting away with shit, because it's your word against theirs until the camera's involved.
Facts. Bomb dropper.
Because they can block their body cams. You know what I mean? They can turn them off. They can do weird shit that they can get away with. You know? But if you've got your film, you got your thing, everybody's hearing what's going on, they're seeing it, it's a different story when they have lies. You know what I mean? When they want to put in reports, this happened, that happened, you'll see on the video, none of that happened.
Right.
You know, and then you catch them in a lie. And now they're
proof,
done.
baby.
You know? So yeah, they said you should,
proof.
any interactions with police should always be filmed. That's what he says. Always. Don't trust them ever. You shouldn't. Not with what they've proven to us over all these years. You know what I mean? That's the thing. You know, you just can't trust them anymore. You know?
Yeah.
And that's fucked up. But you know what? That's where we're at. That's how bad it's gotten.
Yeah, you know what's crazy? Speaking of that, all right, so you know, if you fight a cop, right?
Right.
You going to jail.
Right.
You're done. Ain't no getting out, right?
Right.
So why the fuck in New York some immigrants fought some police, right?
And bailed out?
And bailed the fuck out.
Because that's probably something different than what we know.
Yeah.
Those were probably not immigrants. Those were probably CIA agents.
I'm like, man, that's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? And so they can get away with some shit. Because you already know.
If you don't believe me, you can look it up.
But see, you got to think, right? We've talked about it. A lot of those incidents and things like that they show us on the mainstream news is to inflict something on us. So what does that tell you? Everybody thinks, oh, there's immigrants out here just beating up people everywhere. See what I'm saying? That's what they're pushing. See what I'm saying? Yeah. That's what you catch out. That's what you should be trying to catch out. It's like anytime they're trying to invoke fear in you, think about it. Be like, wait a minute, what's going on here? Because the CIA is going to invoke those kind of ideas and put it on the news in order for you to think it's happening everywhere, just like everything else. You know what I mean? Not saying it's not happening, because we don't know. I'm not there. I wasn't there. I don't know what happened. But a lot of that stuff that's being showed to us is being pushed for a reason on mainstream news. You know what I mean? We all know that. Mainstream news has a narrative. So they're going to push it for a reason. You know what I mean? And so it's the same thing. Election year. Hello, right? We're in the election year again. And what just happened last night? Trump just killed Super Tuesday. You know what I mean? He just fucked it up. So he's leading the game right now. Crazy. So everybody's pissed off. Everybody's pissed off. They're like, what the fuck? They knew what was going to happen, though. He's been telling them. You know what I mean? He's been telling them. Because he's winning the popularity contest again. That's all he's doing. He's just winning the popularity contest. People are still caught in the circus. They're still in the circus of politics. You know, I was just talking to Black earlier, and I said, So you got Democrats, you got Republicans, right? And they're the two top parties. Everybody understands that. But not a lot of people understand there's a whole bunch of other parties, right? Whole bunch of other ones. Independent, green, rainbow, whatever the fuck you want to call it, right? All across the board. The reason nobody ever hears about those other ones is because the Democrats and the Republicans pay to push them out of the fucking limelight because they're so powerful. People don't know that though, you know? And then and then everything they do is to fear you into picking one of them. You know what I mean? That's what happens every 4 years. They go, oh, this guy's doing this shit. Oh, wait, but this guy's doing this shit. Oh, the economy's fucked up. Oh, this, I'm going to fix this. I'm going to fix that. It's a manipulation fucking game, back and forth, and you're picking the same side every time.
Bomb droppers.
Everybody wants to go, yeah, but what else are we going to do? We can change it. That's what we can fucking do. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
But we have to come to an agreement. We can't just keep going. If I keep pushing the button, eventually it'll just get better. What the fuck is that? That's a zombie, man.
Motherfuckers don't say it.
It's a fucking zombie, man. You know what I mean? I'm gonna vote my way out of this because it worked last time. When did it ever work?
Crazy.
When did it ever work? You know what I mean?
Never. That's crazy.
It's a fucking circus, folks. You know what I mean? So there are people out there working for us, working on our sides, though, just like that guy. But you see what I'm saying? So, but it's like, but that's the thing. It's like, look at all this shit going on, and we a lot of us just sit back and go, well, it is what it is. You know what I mean?
Right.
We're done with that. We can't do that no more.
Motherfuckers got used to shit.
Yeah, got comfortable.
Yup.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers got, what you about to say, that song?
Yeah, I got a song.
Comfortable.
I got a song where I said I watch my plate get cold. We all just sat at the table and
just
watched our
sitting there.
plate get cold. That's what happened. Crazy.
Gotta eat that shit. Hot.
Right. How you gonna sit at the table and let your plate get cold?
That shit, I don't like my shit too hot.
You know what I mean?
I let my shit cool down just enough so I can eat it.
Right. Just enough so
Real.
it's tolerable, right?
Yeah. Man, my stepfather, what? Man, this motherfucker.
Straight in. Straight in. He didn't even have taste buds no more, man.
Flames.
He didn't have
Coming
taste
off the-
buds.
Yo,
He
I
was
see
just
this thing
sustenance.
off the rice coming out. I'm like,
Just getting sustenance, man. He's like, I don't taste it no more.
I'm hungry, nigga.
He's just full in that. He's just fueling that machine up.
Man, that shit too hot for me. I'm like,
Right. Now you gotta spit it back out.
right. You gotta spit it out. You know what I mean? Move it around and
Right. You gotta blow and move around.
right. That's crazy. That's crazy. Hey, shout out to our celeb bullies.
Shout out to celeb bullies.
Celeb bullies.
Holy
man.
shit.
Shout out.
We went a few minutes without saying
Yeah,
that.
I know. So good. We
Fucked
did
up.
it though.
We're gonna make a commercial too, though.
Celeb. You hear me?
Celeb bullies. For all your French bully needs.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll throw it up on the screen. Celeb bullies at celeb bullies on Instagram, and at IMG Rich Black on Instagram as well. So we'll throw that up on the screen. But yeah, I don't know if you were here a few episodes back, but we'll throw some screenshots, some video of the dog action too. So yeah, that way you can see some video in here as well. Celeb bullies, definitely.
Celeb bullies. Go get one, man.
Yeah, and I'm sure at this point too, it's on the screen. It was on the screen, so yeah. There, it's on the screen somewhere.
That's crazy. Sometimes I see people do that. They be like, "Man, look, hit right here."
Right, and it's there.
I'm like, "Damn, how the fuck you know it? It's right there."
Yeah.
Like, man.
So that's how you do it. It's right there, and then I just put it there.
Right. Put that
Yeah. So,
That's what's up.
ppeinmusic.com, as always. You know how it is.
Yeah.
You know how it goes. You know how it goes. I got one of the old school T-shirts on today. I went old schooly. Throwback. Throwback. Probably haven't seen this one in a while. We got so many new shirts. Have y'all seen the new shirts on there? Come on, go look it up. Do it.
Run for it. Run for it. Hey. Yeah.
So, shit, we're only about 30 minutes in.
Shit.
40 minutes, maybe. Not bad. We've been flowing.
It's so good, man.
Yeah, we've been flowing, man. Been rocking.
I had a shout out. This is Lead Bullies.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sponsored by the Celeb Bullies.
Yes, sir. Hey, did you hear about the full moon that was in Florida?
I didn't hear this. A full moon in Florida just the other day? 4 moons.
Yeah.
4. No, I did not hear that.
I said, damn. Look it up.
You saw a video of that shit?
Yeah, look that shit up.
Nice.
Yeah,
TikTok?
four video. It was four moons in Florida.
I was telling somebody a while back, I said, the moon is a spaceship. You know what I mean? And so there's other ships that are probably like when that was happening, right? There might have been other ships that were cloaking themselves as the moon and like moving in and out. It's not the same one every day, all the time. You know what I mean? Like some ships are moving in and out, and they're cloaking themselves as the moon. That's what I heard.
Is it part of the shift? Like,
yeah, so it's because I think they said that we actually have 2 moons. Like, you know what I mean? So it's possible as the shift was happening there, someone caught a glimpse of it moving. You know what I mean? How we have the new Earth, old Earth type shit. Maybe there was a shift happening there. There's definitely some energy on the Earth right now. Definitely some shit going on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some new energies right now. Like within the last 24 hours, like they've had some deep fucking Schumann resonance action going on. So there's some shit going on. Yeah. Yeah. If you're feeling tired, same thing we've talked about before. Feeling tired, if you're feeling aches, you have any headaches, it's all happening because of these energy shifts that are coming. You're getting new light code upgrades.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah. Getting new light code upgrades.
Gotta get with the program, get with the shift, baby.
Oh, look who found their beads, though.
Gotta have your
Look who
beads.
found their beads. We want to tell them the bead story? So, let me throw them the bead story. So, I don't know if y'all noticed, but the last couple of weeks, I wasn't wearing my beads. I don't know if anybody noticed, right? But, so, I had stayed a weekend. Me and the lady had stayed a weekend. And chill, went to chill. Came back, and then that Monday and Tuesday, that was over the weekend, right? So that Monday and Tuesday, I'm back, and all of a sudden, I noticed I didn't have my bracelets on, like that Tuesday or something. And I was like, wait a minute. I know I had them the other day. That's what I'm thinking. I'm like, I know I had them the other day. So I'm just thinking, I'll find them. Because I looked in my normal places, my room and, different things where I would probably put them. I don't put them down too often.
Right.
Not in those spaces. So I'm like, fuck. I'll look for them. I know they're in here somewhere. Didn't think about it. So come to the show that Wednesday and do the show. I couldn't find them. So I didn't wear nothing that day. So you go back a couple episodes. I didn't have any bracelets on. So time goes by. I call the hotel. I'm asking them just in case, they had nothing. I'm like, fuck, I know I didn't leave them there. But I had to just check. But I know I didn't leave them there. So I'm like, fuck. Another week goes by. Last week's episode, I had my stainless steel bracelets on. So I had something. I still had some protection. You know what I mean? Had to change my gear up.
Right.
So then the other day, I'm doing something in the house and I needed a screwdriver. So I went to my junk drawer and I pulled the junk drawer open, and right there on top of everything, both my bracelets sitting together like that in the drawer, the junk drawer.
That's wow.
In the kitchen. And I'm like thinking to myself, like, did I put those in there? Like, why would I put those in there?
Right.
No, and I had asked I asked my daughter and them in the house, has anybody seen my bracelets? Were they in the kitchen? You know, because sometimes I put them in the kitchen if I'm doing dishes or something, and I'll put them on the counter. But I usually see them and then I grab them. You know, they're right there.
That's crazy. I was about to say, maybe you took them over to do dishes
and
throw them in the drawer.
And that's
the drawer that close.
Yeah, it's within reaching distance. But I wouldn't have threw them in the drawer. That's what I'm thinking to myself. Right. Like I'm thinking, why would I even put them in the drawer? Like this is my house. I just put them on the counter. I don't have to hide them from nobody. You know what I mean? Like that. You know, like that's my thinking. But initially, when I first lost them, the week or so ago, the week before that, I thought to myself, I think when I did dishes, I took them off. But I never thought to look in that drawer because I was like, why would I put it in the drawer? Right. So I just blew that off. Had I looked at that moment, I would have found them immediately. But here's the other part. Where were they that whole time, right? I'm thinking they were in the drawer. But what if they were just, because a couple days after I lost them, I talked to Mr. Prim, and he goes, don't worry, man, you're going to find them. That's all he told me. That's all he said about it. He goes, don't worry, you're going to find them. And I was going on 2 weeks of lost, and I'm just like, I was starting to get to the point where I'm like, it is what it is. They're gone.
Damn.
And then I just happened to look in that drawer.
Can't do that.
And there it was. So it's almost like when I just stopped thinking about it, they appeared.
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy, right?
That's some wild shit, man.
Yeah, so I don't know.
I keep my shit on. Like,
right.
In the shower and all that. I don't care what I'm doing.
I feel you. I'm with
my shit on.
I got you. But yeah, that was scary. I was like, man, how did I lose my fucking beads already? What the fuck? Can't trust this guy with nothing.
Need my beads. Real, man.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Yo, you want to get into a song?
Let's get it.
Let's get into a song. So
yeah,
this one's from my album, Lucid Persona. Came out in 2020. And this album came out in 2020. And let me give you a little backstory to it. Just because of what I'm trying to show y'all. Is this, so these songs were written in summer of 2019. Recorded, mixed at the end of that year, and then put out on February of 2020. So that's the time frame we're in, right? So right before COVID hit. You know what I'm saying? February is when this came out, right before COVID hit. So that's where my mind frame is. And it's about a year and some change after my wife had passed. And this is the first album out since then. So check out this song and you'll see where my mind frame was.
Before we take off, please be sure your seat backs are in the upright and locked position, your tray table is put away, and all carry-on items are securely stowed. As we come through the cabin for our final safety checks, please let us know if you have any questions.
It was nobody's fault, but never felt like I belong. 40 years gone and now I'm making this song. Trying to find me a way as I walk a tough path. Keeping one eye open for them snakes in the grass. Still working every day just to pay these bills. And I'm scrolling through these apps looking for cheap thrills. Sitting at my coffee table contemplating. It's like thinking, why not me instead of my wife? As things start to change, they seem to stay the same. Got me climbing uphill, always against the grain. Trying to toss out the trash, but it's so hard to let go and file away all the memories of my life. Getting ready for my flight, so I'm checking my baggage. Hotel, flight, and car, all in one little package. Heading through security, treated like a terrorist. Lost and confused and in need of a therapist. Why, oh why do we do this to each other? Why, oh why are we in need of one another? This life can be simple, but it feels so complicated. Gotta get back on this horse, but I'm emotionally jaded. Gotta get back on this horse, but I'm emotionally jaded. Why, oh why do we do this to each other? Why, oh why are we in need of one my flight, so I'm checking my baggage. Hotel, flight, and car, all in one little package. Headed through security, treated like a terrorist. Lost and confused and in need of a therapist. Why, oh why do we do this to each other? Why, oh why are we in need of one another? This life can be simple, but it feels so complicated. Gotta get back on this horse, but I'm emotionally jaded. Used to be a family man, now I'm back in the game. Trying out some different shit, man, I'm ready for change. It might be easy for you, but not so easy for me. Gotta keep my sanity by puffing on a little tree. And so I catch myself talking to myself as I ignore everyone saying I need some help. I got that old school mentality, show no weakness, and I smile in your face like everything's all peaches. Why, oh why do we do this to each other? Why, oh why are we in need of one another? This life can be simple, but it feels so complicated. Gotta get back on this horse, but I'm emotionally jaded. Gotta get back on this horse, but I'm emotionally jaded. Gotta get back on this horse, but I'm emotionally jaded. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So yeah,
Definitely a nice ride.
yeah, that was my mind frame at that time. And then like, see how far I've come. See how far I've come. But that's built. Look, I started somewhere. That's where I started, and that's what we talked about earlier.
Right, you gotta start somewhere.
Got to start somewhere, and look where I'm at 4 years later.
Started.
You know what I mean? Where my mind frame is, where, you know what I mean, what we're talking about, what we're thinking about. You could see where I was at that moment, you know?
Right.
I was crushed.
And you was hurt, bro.
I was hurt, yeah. But you always can build out of that. You know what I mean? You don't dwell in it. You understand it, you feel it, you vibe through it, you work through it. You know, I've done a lot, you know? And that's what I'm trying to show. Is you got to start. You got to start. So,
Right.
yeah, very good advice you had earlier. You know what I mean?
Right.
Keep that. Those are things that we keep repeating to,
Right.
you know, for people to understand. Like, you know, those are things that you know, just start somewhere. Start with something.
Do something, man. For real. Shit, 'cause I hate people getting laid off all crazy.
Yeah. So that's why, you know, that's why I wanted to. What's crazy is like,
What?
I didn't know that song was going to tie in that way. You know what I mean? But I definitely wanted to share the idea of where I was at in the mind frame to where I am now. So that's what I wanted to convey with that message per se. And it's crazy how we've been doing that lately. Last couple songs have been like messages in the song, you know, kind of idea. So it's crazy. It's kind of working that way. Yeah, I don't know. Interesting. You know what I mean? Interesting. I'm not doing it on purpose. You know what I mean?
Shit
It's, like,
happens.
it's just the way it's working. It's cool.
It needs to happen.
It's interesting. So yeah, it's like, it's just interesting to see. You know. So, did y'all hear Wall Street Journal just put out CDC guidelines? COVID can now be treated exactly like the flu, because that's what it always was.
Bomb droppers.
They lied to you, folks. Right there. They lied to you. It was all made up. Crazy. Crazy.
Yeah, that shit wild to me, man.
I posted it on my Instagram too, so if anybody wants to go look at that real quick, ppeintox Instagram, and it's posted on there. It's the Wall Street Journal. Look it up. I did. So yeah, shit like, but that's what I'm saying. So remember, those are the motherfuckers we're dealing with. They were willing to shut you down, lock you in your house, and who knows what else they was trying to do to us. So think about that. That's where we could have been. That's why I think the timeline was shifting at that time. And we were shifting out of that bullshit timeline. We went through enough roughness for us to realize, you know what I mean? Oh shit, what's going on here? Because we know in 2020, that's when it really all changed from a lot of people. You know what I mean? For a mass awakening type of shit. You know what I mean? That's when it kind of went down, was right around 2020, because that's when everybody got locked down and started figuring out what was what. You know what I mean? And started realizing what they could live with, what they could live without, what they could it's like people were figuring shit out, you know? It was like knocking them back into reality, you know? Real reality, not the illusion reality they were under, you know?
Shit, speaking of that, you talking about outage and shit. What's up with Facebook? What happened to Facebook?
Oh, yeah.
Little outage and shit.
So the Facebook went down, Instagram went down.
Yeah.
They said a bunch of other stuff went down real quick too, like Verizon, AT&T. That all went down again because remember a week ago that shit went down. Mm-hmm. So they think. See, a lot of people are going to go straight into the gloom and doom immediately and go, oh, they're getting ready to fucking take our systems down and they're going to shut it all down. And it's a test run. They're just flipping switches and making connections. We talked about that, remember? They're just making connections. So when they do the switch, you're not even going to fucking feel it. Matter of fact, that might be the switch. And it was just a glitch. But it was really the switch.
They said something about a update, a shortage.
Well, they're going to lie to us about what they think it is. Yeah, they're not going to tell us the truth. You know what I mean? Because then we'd know.
I mean, I really wasn't worried about it because I don't really be on it like that for real.
Yeah, I didn't. Once again,
somebody called me early in the morning.
Yeah, I had
go to my page real quick and see.
Yeah, I had a couple of text messages of people going, "Hey, man, I think this is not working or something." And I'm just like,
I was like, "What?"
I don't. I'll look at it later.
I was like, "Hold on, man. Let me go try this shit."
Right.
I went in there. I ain't felt no type of way. I was like, "Damn."
Yeah.
It shut down.
It was like, once again, it didn't really affect me very much.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So
yeah, whatever. Yeah.
That's because I don't be on it like that. You know what I'm saying? Basically, don't get addicted to these damn apps.
Yeah. I mean, you know, it is what it is. Yeah, that's why I say use them. Like we talked earlier. Use your platform to speak and be an echo. You know? You don't have to make it all about that. But just, you know, echo some things. Start to speak up. Speak up for shit that you want to talk about. You know? You ain't got to just put just your cute picture on there. You know what I mean? You can say other things. You can talk. That's your platform. Talk.
Yeah, and just know, you know what I mean? If you worry about the first episode, you know what I mean? It ain't going to be 100%, all right?
Yeah. Go watch our episode.
Yeah, for real. It ain't going to be 100%, man. So,
all right.
You know what I mean? Just be yourself for real. Be yourself and do it.
Our first episode is a master class on how to get better. Go watch the first episode. Tell us what you think.
Shit crazy. Yeah. It's cool, man. Just gotta start, man. That's today's message. Fuck it. Gotta start.
There it is. Yeah.
Gotta start.
You gotta start somewhere.
You know.
Yeah. Title of the episode. Got it.
Gotta start.
Gotta start somewhere. That sounds like a cool idea.
You know what I'm saying? Because that was back then we were talking about that. And people was like, they want to start something. Have you started yet?
Right?
Shit, you can what? You probably been on the 10th episode right now. 10th episode.
Right. Right. Well, here's the thing.
If you'd have started, you know what I'm saying?
If you're here for the 65th episode and you haven't started something or done something, then what the fuck is going on?
I don't know.
You know what I mean? At this point, I think you've wasted your time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Facts.
You know what I mean? So yeah, you know, you've had to have learned something to still
kind
be here.
of push or
to still
motivation or something.
This has to be interesting for you, and that's cool, and I appreciate that. Yeah. We appreciate that. Yeah.
100%, man.
Did we talk about the celeb bullies yet?
We could talk about them now. Celeb bullies. We did though.
I know. I was just kidding. That was a segue.
Yeah. Celeb bullies.
Welcome to the celeb bullies.
Yeah. That's crazy. I seen a lady walking one not so long ago.
She had one?
Yeah. Not today.
Just
yesterday.
A couple days ago, yeah.
Yeah. See a little black one walking down the street.
Walking down the avenue, she's strange.
Yeah.
Shit. Yeah, no, Celeb Bullies. Check them out. It's on Instagram. You got Celeb Bullies and I Am Jewish Black. Throw it up on the screen how we do it. Check them out. Give you a little dog footage.
Get you one. Get you one.
Yep. Hit them up on Instagram. Lock it in if you're interested.
Yeah, so you walk around the neighborhood and get all the attention.
Right. I was at your baby.
Right.
Was that your fur baby?
Nice dog. Can I pet him?
Right. So friendly.
Yeah. Sometimes people don't even ask.
They just go at it,
That's
right?
what,
Just-
all right, my man.
right.
I'll tell you about the story about my friend back in the day. She wanted to pet them, pet my aunt dog.
If you did, I don't remember. Let's do it again.
Man, I had a homegirl. She came to the crib over my aunt's house and shit, right? And this was years ago. And they had a dog.
Your aunt had a dog.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
my cousins and them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They had a dog and shit. She was named Major. You know what I'm saying? It was like a pit bull mixed with some other type breed or whatever.
Right. Shout out IMG Major,
Yeah.
one of our
My
followers,
man, yeah. Yeah.
but not that Major, different Major.
Okay.
Yeah.
Salute to you too.
My
Spread
bad.
love. Nah,
And then what? And then so she's over there chilling, and then the
Yeah.
dog got weird or what?
nah. Like this dog, I ain't really fuck with it for real.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So if I don't really fuck with it, you shouldn't fuck with it. I don't care how much of a dog lover you are. You know what I'm saying?
But you didn't fuck with
And
it
I'm-
because you don't like dogs, or
No,
because
nah, I like dogs, but
oh,
this one was a little aggressive.
I got you.
know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
I see what you're saying.
He
So
ain't know me too
you
well.
knew better than to fuck with it, right?
Yeah,
Gotcha.
you know what I'm saying? He knew me, but I ain't really.
But you ain't fuck with him.
Yeah,
I
I
got
was like, I don't know, nigga. You can snap on me any moment. You know what I'm saying?
You seem unstable, sir.
I don't know, man. Sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Hey, it's me and you in the house. You know what I'm saying? You look at me all funny and shit. I don't like that too much.
It's like, why you giving me the side eye, bro?
Hey, cuzzo, come get this dog. So look, right? So look, we in the crib, you know what I'm saying? She chilling. She was like, oh, you got a nice dog. Can I pet it? I was like, hey, listen, I don't know if you want to pet that dog. She's like, man, I'm cool. I like dogs. I got a dog at home. I was like, all right, go ahead. She put her hand up to the screen. He smelled it.
Gave her a little nip.
Yeah, no.
Oh.
Yeah, he nipped it after she opened the damn screen
Oh.
and tried to pet him.
Yeah.
No. Got it right in the hand. I said, see? What are you doing?
What are you doing?
Tell me what you got dogs and shit. Hey, listen, I told you, don't mess with this dog.
That ain't your dog.
And I'm around the motherfucker, and I don't like the motherfucker like that.
You're like, I don't fuck with him. That's
Yeah.
I get it now. Makes sense.
You know, I'm like, hey, dog a little
Start
shaky
saying.
sometimes. I don't know about you. You know what I'm saying? Are you cool with my aunt and them? You know what I'm saying? You ain't cool with me like that.
My mom got a little dog like that. He only it's like it wants to.
And they couldn't
protect
find
him.
out her dog was small. She had a little ass dog. You know what I mean? So compared to my aunt dog to her dog,
Big difference.
big what? Big damn difference. My fault. It's made the story even more crazy. Like, yeah, I got a dog too. Yeah, not like this.
Right. Wow.
Shit was crazy. What was you saying now?
I was just saying my mom got a little dog that's a little aggressive like that. He just protective. So like anybody comes over, it's always like, motherfucker, who's this? Who's this motherfucker? You know what I mean? Like, and so they got to put him away sometimes and like put him away like.
Yeah, I don't know what it is with little dogs.
Doesn't like a lot of
little
people.
dogs do that, man. They just most.
Yeah, I'm a cat person, man. I'm a cat person. Like,
but you know what's crazy though?
No, you're good.
I ain't mean to cut you off.
No, you're good.
So I'm driving down the street, minding my business, like I always do, but I'm always observing. I'm running down the street, right, and I see this guy. He poking the damn dog
Through the fence?
through the fence,
Yeah.
and the dog trying to bite his ass. I ain't gonna lie, I pulled the fuck over.
Right.
I pulled over. I want to see what the hell.
See what's going on?
Yeah, like, yo, this man is really poking the damn a dog.
What, with like a broomstick or something? Or what was he poking it with?
Nah, like an umbrella.
An umbrella.
So now.
So he
what
got,
I'm thinking,
he got in an altercation with a dog.
Yeah, so now what I'm thinking is the dog probably scared the shit out of him. And he probably got scared.
He was probably just walking. And,
Yeah, and the dog like,
he's like, motherfucker.
right. But he did it all the way up the damn fence. He's like, bang, bang,
Yeah.
bang. You know what I mean?
Trying to
As
teach
he's
that
walking,
dog a lesson, man.
Yeah, as he's walking, he kept poking it. I said, what the hell is you doing, man? What are you doing? I understand he trying to bite you. So whose fault is that? Is that the neighbor?
I think if you're poking
is
in
that
the fence,
house?
I think that's on you at that point, man. I don't know.
I mean, but if your dog is barking to, you know what I mean, just barking at just strangers who walk past, and your fence is like is low but it's high.
Regular fence.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
If it's a big dog, yeah.
Right. So it looked like
Yes.
it looked like he could hop that
Like he could
motherfucker.
step over and like, what's up?
Yeah, for real. So who? I mean, like,
Yeah. Well, yeah, if their dog gets out, then,
no.
then it's,
I'm just saying your dog is in the yard and your dog is aggressive towards people who's walking past.
right. Shouldn't be so aggressive, right?
Yeah. So who fault is that? Is
Well, if the dog gets
who fault
out,
would that be on?
It's the owner's fault. If you go in there, it's your fault. I think that's how it works.
Yeah.
I
don't know.
I'm not a lawyer, though.
It look like if that dog look like he got mad enough, he could hop over that motherfucking fence.
Yeah. But then you'd probably have to have a case of he was aggravated. You'd have to be able to show that dude was aggravating him, because he could lie and just be like, man, the dog just hopped the fence.
Yeah, but you wouldn't know that because now, I told you, like I said in the beginning, your dog is aggressive until whoever walk past. So everybody can say, yeah, that dog is aggressive every time you walk past. So
yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess they'd have to determine that. That's
Right.
all. Yeah, that you had an aggressive dog and then it just attacked somebody. Provoked or unprovoked, they'd have to figure that out.
that's crazy.
But yeah, how would that work, right? I mean, just don't do it, folks.
Right.
That's how it works.
If your
Just
dog-
don't do it.
Yeah. If you got a aggressive dog like barking at motherfucker, just make sure your fence high enough.
Right.
You feel me?
Protect yourself. Always protect
I
yourself.
just seen that man poking the damn dog with the damn umbrella tip. I was like, damn.
Right.
And the dog like, huh.
He's trying to fuck him up.
Boy, he tried to
Like,
tear
I'm
something up.
right.
Poke me one
Put
more
that-
time.
Fuck you up, son.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna hop this motherfucking little ass fence. Get over there. I'm like, yo, just walk.
Right. Just go.
You know what I'm saying?
Just
I
keep it
understand he
moving.
scared you and shit. You know what I'm saying? But then he walked. You know what I'm saying? But then he could bark at him the whole time he walking and shit. But just walk the fuck on.
Yeah, you just ignore him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I
You
mean?
ain't shit.
Right. You ain't got to poke the damn dog all crazy.
I got you. Yeah, I mean, there's no justification for that unless you're protecting yourself from the dog, but not
Right.
aggravating the dog through a fence.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, yeah. Unless you had to defend yourself specifically because he was attacking you, that's different. I got you.
Shit.
Makes sense.
You ever been attacked by a dog?
Yes. When I was younger,
That's
I got
crazy.
bit. It bit me right on my side. I don't know if I think it might have just barely broke skin. But yeah, and so I was, crazy story. I always think about this. That's why it's crazy, significant story. Crazy story. But I've thought about it before, different times. So I was probably about 6, maybe 7. I was at
Oh,
my
you was young.
I was at my grandma's house.
Damn.
And I'm on her block. And I could walk to the end of the block and back, as long as I stayed on that side, they were cool. I could walk around. So I'm just running up and down the block kind of a thing, not in the street, but just, in the yard areas and the sidewalks and shit. And so I'm cruising down, and there's this dog down the street, and he's just on the porch. But I don't notice him at first. He's just like laying on the porch. And then all of a sudden I hear a growl, and so I turn around and I start walking back, and now he gets up and starts running. He's across the street. He comes out of his yard and starts coming after me. I'm a kid. I don't know any better. I take off fucking running. Of course the dog's going to attack you at that point.
Right.
But I didn't know that. I'm 7 years old. You know what I mean? I don't fucking know what's going on.
Right.
And he fucking takes a bite out of me, and somehow I didn't fall, or I don't know, but somehow he takes a bite out of me. Like he nips me through my shirt and stuff. And I don't know what happened, but he didn't maul me. He got that in, and then I don't know if I fought him off or what happened, but somehow he just went. I got up, continued a few houses down, ran and was crying and talking to my grandma and them, and they're like, "What happened?" I was like, "A dog bit me." And they pulled my shirt up, and it had like a scrape, from like the bite mark. And so, I don't know what they did at the time. I don't know if anything was done or if they just were like, "He's cool," like everything's fine, But anyways, but years later, my cousin, this is probably like anywhere from like 5 to 7 years later. So probably 14, 15 at that point, right? He tells me, he goes, "Yo, man, remember that one house down the street from Grandma's that had that dog?" I was like, "Yeah, the one that bit me, man." He was like, "Yeah." He goes, "Man, some people in the neighborhood, he tried to attack somebody, and some people in the neighborhood fucked that dog up." He said, "That motherfucker does not come off the porch no more." He says,
Damn.
"We walk by, it don't even look at us no more." I was like, nice.
Damn.
So he got karma. You know what I mean? Karma finally caught him. He's like, "You can't just fucking be out here attacking people, man."
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, I'm not condoning violence to dogs. No, I'm just, that's a story and just a situation where you can look and go, karma came through. That dog had a bad attitude, and I did nothing to provoke it,
Right.
And so it got karma. You know what I'm saying? Karma came around at some point. So that's all I'm saying.
Don't have like some of y'all don't whip y'all damn animals.
And he was attacking people. Come on, stop it. It's not like people were provoking him. We were just walking down the street. So, yeah, there was times later on, because I remember that dog being there, over the years, being at Grandma's house. There were times we would walk up the street and see the dog, and we'd walk around the block the long way. Because we're not trying to fuck with him. We wasn't trying to be assholes. You know what I mean? Like, we were like, I just want to be able to walk down the street. You know what I mean? Without being unmolested.
Right.
Can I walk down the street unmolested? You know what I mean? That goes out to you cops too, right? Can I just walk down the street? Can I travel without being unmolested? Yeah. Do your job, but don't harass everybody. That's all we're saying.
That's it.
Yeah. We talked about it earlier.
Shit, you trying to get home too.
Right. We're all just trying to go places.
That's it, man.
Let's just go places together.
All of us ain't crooks.
Right.
All of us ain't no damn crooks.
Right. No more than they are. You know what I'm saying? No more than they are.
But you know what's crazy though? Sometimes I be riding at night, and I do see a lot of people in black though.
What do you mean?
Like they say, somebody wearing all black.
Right. Just walking down the street or
You know
something.
what I'm saying? Yeah. So automatically you gonna fit the fucking description.
Right.
Because
That's the usual.
Black, you know what I'm saying?
Fucking,
I'm like, damn. A lot of motherfuckers do wear all black. I'm like, yo, this shit crazy.
It's easy to get profiled
Right.
real quick. Right.
Exactly.
No, I got you. And that's true. When you've got everybody playing that role, you're gonna easily be caught up in that sweep. You know what I mean?
Up in that mix, man.
Yeah. It's like when you're not. It's another way, like you talked about earlier. It's another way where if you wore something different, you'd look different, and they'd think different. You know what I mean? And not saying that, well, why can't I just wear what I want to wear? No, there's nothing wrong with that. But think about what's happening and how do you navigate your world? Like we talk about, and if navigating your world means you might have to dress a little bit different, what's wrong with that? You're going to navigate your world better.
Right.
Find ways to improve it, not to keep fucking it up, You got to get smarter than them.
Right.
You know what I mean? Think about that. You got to get smarter than them. That's the idea.
Bomb droppers. Shit, say you wasn't doing nothing. You wasn't the one, but you wearing all black and you got some shit on you.
Right.
Now you done got a damn charge.
Right. When you was just minding your business.
Minding your business.
You know what I mean? Like we're supposed to be able to do. Just mind my business. Don't worry about what I'm up to. I have not committed a crime at this time.
Right.
But they can I've suspected you of a crime at this point because you look like something I'm looking for. But that could be anybody.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, that's how they use that. It's such a broad fucking term. That's how they abuse their power. That's how it becomes tyranny. That's a police state at that point. I can't even walk down the street unmolested.
That's crazy. It happened before to me.
It's probably happened to everybody, at least at some point,
And it's crazy. I was going to a fucking a job application. That's what I was going to do.
It was God trying to tell you, you don't need that job, son.
Man, I don't think I went.
You don't need that job.
Yeah, these motherfuckers blew my damn
They're not going
day.
to treat you right over there. I'm going to give you something better.
Yeah. That's crazy. And the crazy part was, I knew he was going to pull over.
Felt it?
Yeah. I just felt that shit.
You're like, he's looking at me.
Yeah.
He's coming over.
He rolled past me.
Energy.
And then something told me, like, look, I was like, up. He busting the fucking U-turn. Here he come. And then all I heard was
zoom up
like,
on you.
Oh, Lord,
zoom
yeah.
up.
Like, I was like, up.
Jump Out Boys, man.
Oh, nah. Shit. Jump Out Boys. They was back in the day. I seen them motherfuckers in action.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? What's that? A Malcolm X Park in D.C. Mother used to be out there. I used to be out there with her and shit, so. Man.
Pull up, huh?
They come out strong. Car still moving and everything. Motherfuckers hopping out, bang. The motherfuckers on their foot. They chasing your ass. As soon as they see you, they hopping out, boy. I'm telling you.
That's where they got it from. The Hop Out Boys.
I'm telling you.
Say hopping out.
Call motherfuckers jump out back in the day, boy. I see the motherfuckers in action. I'm telling you, that shit crazy. It's crazy you're missing that.
Crazy, right? Yeah, but that's what they became, man. A tyrant force. You know? Instead of just policing. You know? Just doing basic, making sure things are correct. They're out there creating shit. You know? All for overtime, man. All to get your dollars. Y'all should be outraged. You should be fucking outraged. You know?
Yeah.
That's where our money went. To their overtime. Of them fucking with us. You know?
Shit, wow.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. That's why I said it. That's what's been on my mind watching them videos, man, was just getting more in tune with what the law really is. You know, and we've read the Constitution on here, little pieces of it, and just explained some things and stuff like that. And we told y'all to go read it and check it out and, you know, look it up yourself and see what it meant to you. And then, like I said, that dude, Delete Laws, is you know, helping me reaffirm the ideas that I'm looking at and going, oh shit, okay, that's what that really means. This is what that really means, you know, and because we don't speak the language. No one taught us to speak the language. So sometimes you're looking in there and you're reading it, but like we said, you can read it, but do you really understand it? Right. You know, we don't really understand a lot, big parts of it that, you know, that mean a lot to us. And like we've said on other episodes, if this was so important to us, if we knew we were going to have to deal with the law as much as we do, why didn't they teach it to us? Why didn't they tell us about it? They kept us ignorant for a reason. You know, that's what it is. That's what it comes down to.
Bomb droppers. Right. Shit. So basically, it's like you don't know your law, you get pushed over and shit.
Right.
You get pushed around for real.
Right. Yeah. If you don't know, that's what they say. If you don't know your rights, then they'll push your rights.
Right.
Yeah. Which is what they've done to us because we didn't know. Yeah.
Damn. Know your law, man. Learn it.
Yeah, and it's just the basics. Like, you're not going to know it all. We can't know it all. Not at this time. We're not that evolved yet to know it all. But at some point we will. Some point all those memories will come back. But that's that's the thing is, we've left all these breadcrumbs throughout time and history on all these documents and all these movies, on all these books and all these things. And so as we soak it in, we're remembering. We're remembering all the shit we forgot about. Interesting, right? Interesting way to look at it. Yeah. But you're not going to know it if you don't at least go start looking at it. That's it. Start somewhere. Even if it's small, it doesn't have to be a lot.
Right.
Because then you can watch shows like this and get the other pieces you need. You skim it, and we'll fill it in. We'll fill in the blanks. Thanks for coming to Awkward Intelligence. Celeb Bullies.
Appreciate you. Subscribe. Comment, man. Ask questions, man.
Right. Get some more questions in the comments.
Hey, we human. Somebody
right.
gonna say,
ask us anything.
Crazy. Yeah. Whatever, man.
Yeah, I mean, even if it's something you saw in the news and you're like, what's this going on? Maybe something like I said, stuff we talk about. You might have saw something different. Throw it up there. Be like, hey, I saw this. And then we can go look it up and then we can figure it out, Let you know what's up.
Oh, did you hear about the damn explosion they had in DC train?
When was that? This was lately?
It was a couple weeks ago.
Was it? There was
happened on the metro train.
Yeah, there was
on the subway.
There was a fire. Yes, I remember that.
Yeah, I said, damn.
Yeah, I checked with somebody I know that works in that area, and they were like, yeah. They were like, it was a real. They were like, there was smoke. Everything was going on. It was a real fire. Yeah. I was like, okay. I was just checking.
Right. Like, damn. Can you imagine being on a train though?
Mm-hmm. Right. And then you're underground. At that point, where they were at, that station is like underground in that tunnel. It's like a tunnel system. So it's like, I'm sure that shit started filling up real quick with smoke because the smoke was coming out upstairs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like, what was in there. Something had to be in there for it to start pushing out.
Right.
So yeah, definitely crazy.
I
did hear about that,
boy.
Yeah, it's little stuff like that, like you're saying, we don't know. There's been like 4 house explosions in the past like month and a half. You see anything about that? Like across, I think there was one in Virginia. There was one in fucking Pennsylvania. There was one in like fucking some other, and it's like.
But I seen another subway was on fire.
Yeah.
Another subway, another one.
A different subway train?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I forgot where though. So that was 2.
Not too many subways out there, right?
Boston,
New
LA
York.
though.
LA's got one, right? No? I don't know.
I think everybody got one. It's like connected though. It's like somehow it connects somehow. I think I got that speed train.
High speed train?
Yeah, you ever been on that one?
I've been on one in Japan. When I was in Japan, I went on a bullet train.
Damn.
Yeah, Japanese bullet train, and you don't even feel it, man. The chairs are nice and big plush, like sitting on like big plush ones, almost like a fucking recliner in a way. And we're just chilling in there. It was like a 4-hour fucking ride, But like
4
it
hours.
was like 4 hours. We fucking something like that. 3 or 4 hours. I remember on that motherfucker.
Is it rails
And
how
it's
it
just
is?
flying, and then it leans. When it hits corners, it like leans. The whole thing. You see the whole thing. It just kind of goes like this, but it doesn't move a lot to like fuck you up. But
No
it's like,
sides. There's no sides.
What do you mean sides? No, it's like I don't know. I don't know what rail it was on. I'm not sure. But like, yeah, and you just like it was like 3 seats on this side and 3 seats on the other side, so it was like 6 wide. It was like some shit like that.
That shit
Yeah,
crazy.
it was, and like I said, you could feel it. It went quick. It went like at least 100 miles an hour. I'm sure. It's like flying. Like you just felt it,
So 4 hours you like that.
just flying. It made a few stops, but
Damn.
yeah, just flying on a fucking train. So yeah,
See, that's about a train back in the day. Metro and shit.
yeah. See, like in San Antonio, there was no trains. It was all bus. So growing up, I was like a fucking bus master. I could get anywhere. I can tell you which buses get you there. You got to transfer from this one to that one. I knew them all. I got everywhere. I learned that bus system. And then the same thing when I moved to Seattle area, it was all buses. So I learned all those buses too at the time. You know what I mean?
Dang.
So I grew up with buses. Yeah, I grew up with buses. I didn't grow up with subways and trolleys and shit like that. It's like I grew up with buses. We bussed everywhere.
See, I had to use both of them motherfuckers. The bus and the metro together. had to use the bus to get to the metro.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? To walk to school, shit's crazy.
Yep.
Childhood, man.
Yeah, man. It's like totally different now. Now people can just Uber.
Yeah.
Lyft and Uber.
Yeah.
You're there. It's like, yeah, no.
See, prices went up on that too, though.
Yeah?
Yeah, on the bus. Shit's like 4 some change now.
$4 to ride the fucking bus?
Yeah, like 4 some change.
What the fuck? No way.
I ain't messing with that shit. I remember back in the day, it was like $1.25. You know what I mean? That shit wasn't about nothing.
Y'all remember COVID days when the buses were free? You just hop on, hop off. It's for a little while. We had a little bit. We got a little bit there. You just hop on, hop off. They was free. They was trying to get people to get back on them. See the bullshit?
Facts.
You know what I
yeah.
mean? See the bullshit?
Facts.
But,
Makes sense.
But
Yes,
but it's
sir.
dangerous. It's dangerous out there. But get on these buses though.
Right.
Oh shit, man.
Niggas gotta be smart, man.
Right.
Be wiser.
Hypocrisy.
Be wiser. There's always a meaning behind something.
Right.
It's always
Yeah, it was
something.
money grabs,
and
man.
it's something.
It was all money grabs back then, man. They was grabbing the shit while you wasn't looking. Yeah. Crazy.
Yeah. Crazy world we living in, baby.
We start wrapping this thing up, man.
But you got to maneuver. Yes, sir. Got to maneuver into it, man. Be yourself. And I don't know if you call
Be
it.
authentic.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, if you're just out here being you and you're giving your genuine energy, man, if people don't like it, then there's something wrong with them. You know what I mean? Like, if you're not out here being an asshole and fucking with people and doing nothing stupid, you're just being friendly and just talking with people and just understanding people and just, it's going to reflect. You're going to see that shit, you know?
Right.
You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. Like, it's crazy because it's like, I feel like I've always been the person I am now. It was just pushed down a lot from just life and shit, and now that I'm shining more than ever nowadays, it reflects, man. When I go to the stores, when I see people, when I get food, when I interact with people, it's just a great interaction. I have no problems with anybody.
Right.
And then when somebody does try to, throw a little craziness at you sometimes because it's out there, psychological jujitsu. You know what I'm saying? And and you turn it back around and you make it a good scenario and you laugh about it and you move on, man.
That's
There's
it.
no reason to be out here pushing our bullshit on everybody and causing problems. You know what I mean? That's what it is. That person's hurt, and they want other people to hurt too. You know, they got some work to do. You know, nobody's talking to them. Maybe they don't have a mentor. You know, maybe they don't have somebody they can speak to. You know what I mean? Maybe they're having issues. You know, maybe something happened in their life. You know, maybe they lost a loved one. You know, and they just don't know how to deal with it. You know, but we've got to be better at that as a society and as people, to be figuring those things out so people don't get to those points. You know what I mean? So they don't get to the point where they feel like they got to go out and cause it. You know, it's crazy. You know, but it starts with us. It starts with us just being better with each other.
Yeah.
You know,
and love yourself, man. Gotta love yourself.
Yeah, have some respect for yourself.
Love yourself, man. If nobody else love you, just know that you love yourself. Love yourself, you hear me?
Yep. Spread love, spread truth.
Yeah. Yeah. You know how we do on this side.
That's almost like the motto now, right? Spread love, spread truth. That kind
Spread
of
love,
cool
spread
saying.
truth.
I just do it. And it's on a t-shirt.
Yeah.
ppeinmusic.com. It's on a t-shirt, it's on a hoodie. I mean, we can, you know what I mean? Hit me up. We'll custom make some shit. I'll figure something out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We'll figure out how to do it. You know what I mean? If you want, you know, if you see something on there you like, you just want to change it up or add something, you know what I mean? Let's talk about it.
Yeah.
Let's see what we got. Yeah.
Got different colors.
The
man.
fans, throw us some ideas, some shit y'all got. Let's do some fan shirts. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do some fan shirts. You know, like we've talked about. I think we talked about that once before, fucking way episodes ago. We've never really said it again.
Way episode.
Yeah, way fucking episodes ago. Go back a little bit.
You got room to say that, man.
But yeah, I was like, you know, like if y'all think something, you know, got some ideas, throw some ideas at us. And if we pick that shirt, if we put it together, we'll fucking send you one. You know what I mean? Get a free one or whatever. You know what I mean? We'll figure it out. So yeah, but interact with us a little bit. Hi, how y'all doing?
Right.
Shoot us some comments. Y'all see the email address at the beginning of the episode? AwkwardIntel@gmail.com. Come on, hit us up. Say what's up. But whatever. Or don't. You got to reverse psychology. You got to be like, you know what? I don't even want you to, don't send me nothing. Then they'll just be like, oh, I'm going to send him something because he don't even want to know what he sent him then.
Crazy. If you gonna send it, send it. If not,
Yeah. If it's
we
in your
ain't
heart,
tripping, man.
if it's in your heart, send it. You know, don't be shy. Stop being shy.
Right.
Because some of y'all just shy out there.
Oh,
And they're like,
no,
I don't know,
that's,
I don't know. Don't be shy. Just interact. Because that's what we said, remember? Sometimes it ain't always about you causing a movement. It's you attaching to a movement and pushing those ideas and movements and getting it out there and spreading the info and being an echo. We're all part of that. We're just all different levels of it. That's it.
Bomb droppers.
But we're going to get out of here.
Yeah.
We're going to go into overtime. Oh, shit. Awkward Intelligence. I'm Intox along with
BDot, baby.
episode 66 coming up next. Stay tuned.
Awkward Intelligence. This is Awkward Intelligence.